Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. And that gets things running.
We've seen many free role players that have graced the game, but Ruud Gullit is amongst the elite.
Well, no one would argue with that, Jim, but what do you identify as special in him?
Well, so physically powerful and intimidating, and I think his athleticism...
Has a shot! Oh, that's just stunning!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again. The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Chiellini calmly anticipates. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Bellingham. Good spot, he's seen the run. Hernandez cuts it out. Darwin.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Pass is just off target. Gilberto Silva. Wirtz. Now it's Darwin.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Raul. Thuram getting this one clear. Passing is crisp and sharp. Chiellini gets it clear. And we have our very first corner. He gets big! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Corner number 2 then. And that has been cleared. Showing great feet there. Raul plays it in. And the keeper beats it away. Great pressure, plenty of it. Raul. Wirtz. That's going to go a long way. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
Passes coming off in quick succession here.
Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Ronaldo producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. That's good vision. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Danger averted for now. Bellingham. Figo. Can he put it away? They've got to be quick to recover this.
There will be one.
Played long and they could be in here. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Raul. Now it's Figo. It's Figo! There's the whistle for half-time. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
That's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
So, what can they make of this? The Fry gets across to intercept that. And here's Nunez. Pull it.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and Cristiano Ronaldo! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Raul. Wirtz. Good ball over the top.
The attendance for this match was 70,987.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Cristiano Ronaldo has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Nedved is there, and he can pick it up. And it's Figo. Bale. Raul. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
Now that looks a decent ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Wirtz.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Bellingham.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off.
Shot at goal! He should have put that one away.
Well, he's clearly feeling that he could pretty much have the job done. He may well get another chance, you know.
And that's another good win of the ball. No luck with that dink over the top. Wirtz. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Araujo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Now it's Darwin. Now it's Wirtz. Back into the middle. And that is expertly dealt with.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but
it's Nedved! That was mighty close.
Substitution on the field. Number 13.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 17. Bale. Number 22. Pele. Number 7. Gullit. Coming on the field. Number
He's done
6.
very well to take that back.
Zico. Number 9.
Ribery.
Romario.
And it's Messi.
Number 8.
Well, it's a move of great
Figo.
promise, but will it really prove productive?
20,
And that interception
Number
was
25,
most necessary.
Pirlo.
That's great positioning,
Substitutions
so
taking
good from him.
place. There will be 3 minutes added time.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box.
And that's it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
And now I'd
Well,
just
after all
like
of
to
that,
read
Jim,
out our
what are you
fan club
thinking?
members who are
That's
celebrating
a
their
fairly
birthdays
demoralising.
today.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. The action has already... There's the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Of Costa Curta, this guy undoubtedly the centre of attention here for more reasons than just one. This is his 300th game.
Well, Peter, he has been the servant who keeps on giving to this team. You don't get to do what he has without a dedication and motivation that simply never wavers.
Rummenigge. Son Heung-min going full tilt down the left. Oh, perfectly measured that. Thuram. Barcelona have it back and can go again. Gilberto Silva. Costa Curta cuts it out. Bellingham. Bellingham. And it's Neymar. He's looking for the runner here. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encourage the pass with an intelligent run.
He's had a shot! Goal! There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. That's a decent clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. That has been cut short. Bellingham is sporting a guilty look after that.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Figo engages and forces him off the ball. And Messi! And that is wildly off target.
Barcelona certainly look a very capable counter-attacking team. They're direct, they're quick, and to be honest, they're full of belief that it'll pay off.
Rummenigge. Well, that's beautifully weighted. It's run loose here. Araujo.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Hernandez. And it's Neymar. Pass is just off target. That's headed upfield. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score.
Added time.
He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled.
This possibly the last play of the half. That has been knocked clear. There's the whistle for half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
And we come to you now with a quick
How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
At least, Peter, not conceding another goal has kept them in this game, and they can up their response in this second half.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 9, Pele. Number 4, Baresi.
And the second half gets underway.
Field. Number 7,
A solitary
Yes,
goal.
of course.
That has been the crucial
Number
difference.
23, Adams.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
And a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Barcelona have their third corner. Messi goes short. Decent hit! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it. So their fourth corner of the game. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. And he welcomes it in. Now it's Owen. Owen! Now, who's going to be first to this? Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Vigo. Looking for options for movement. No, he's just misjudged that one. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Oh, easy pickings there. Now that's well seen too. Hernandez. Son Heung-min. Gilberto Silva. Messi. De Vrij deals with that comfortably. Son Heung-min. Rummenigge. Oh, and he's through the middle. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Now it's Owen.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, there's a probing ball. And he was quick to react. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Hernandez. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So just one extra minute for stoppages. And he can clear it away. And that is that. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Rummenigge voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Today, please take some time out to give
Any
your
reflections
support
on what
to
you've
our
seen, Jim?
stadium fund.
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a resolve that'll envy many.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom, and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, it is a game which, in the grand scheme of things, may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And as you can see, we've already started here. Marquinhos. Oh, this looks sharp. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
This guy, De Ligt, is very impressive. I mean, how many players get to skipper a top-flight side in their teens? I'm someone who likes to think that I've seen my fair share of defensive greats, but this boy looks to have it all, and if he fulfills his potential, we're in for something special.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. And he's intervened well there. Costa Curta. Vigo. First quarter of an hour gone. Owen. And Owen! Oh, that is outstanding! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
No other outcome there. That was bang in the corner, unstoppable.
He's having a go. That is some save from Khan. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And it's Batistuta. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Messi. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Owen. That's a nicely measured pass. And he's taking no chances there. Ball is over the line. Marquinhos does well to get it back. Conte. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's shifting through the gears here. Mbappe. It's now the finish! And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Van Bouten cuts out the pass, and here's Mohamed Salah, and it's Messi. That is a great ball. Decent hit! No mistake! They are right back in business.
Well, we're all back to square one, but I hope this game opens up from here. It looks as if it could happen.
That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
1 minute at
Oh,
a
look,
time.
Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
And the whistle goes for half-time. A pretty decent watch this, and each side has contributed in equal part. Couple of very good goals for the crowd to enjoy, and a game which is right on the edge. At half-time, it's 1-1.
Look at the screen for information
So
on how
both
to find
teams
your
heading
way
off for the
around
break.
this stadium.
An interesting game has brewed up here, hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but the score at half-time is 1-1.
Substitutions taking place.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. De Ligt. Ansu Fati. He's making a real surge on the left. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the...
There's the hit! And he can clear it away. Owen. Gilberto Silva. And it's Son Heung-min. Rummenigge, who does have an assist to his name. Son Heung-min! It's in! Into the lead once more. What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
For this match was 71,550.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And that is as far as they're going to go. Son Heung-min. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Neymar.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Look, movement creates more options, and that was really sharply done.
Van Bouten, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Ansu Fati. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Hernandez. And now the breakaway. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, good ball, and this looks promising. Nice interception, well timed. Now it's Figo. And he skips past his man. Bellingham. Oh, that's nice.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
And that's that. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Owen claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, I think the manager can take a great deal of satisfaction.
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And This place is living up to its reputation as one of the noisiest corners of the footballing world. No decibels spared in this collective chorus. We have already started here.
Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost, I see him as someone who always puts in an honest shift. He'll do everything his manager...
Vinicius Junior! He's hit it first time.
Vinicius Junior really had a decent crack at that. It was a full-blooded effort.
And we have our very first corner. Son Heung-min gets it away. He's had a hit! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
And here's Owen. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That's been cut out, well played. And it's Son Heung-min. Musiala. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Son Heung-min. And the shot! And it's a goal! First blood drawn. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Vinicius Junior really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Corner number 2 then. Fry getting this one clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And if you have just joined us, still just 1 goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Van Bouten gets it away. Now that pass has been... And Owen! Oh, that was no routine save.
Owen clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Oh, what a climb! Cleared away. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Vinicius Junior. Messi. He's in a good position here.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It's Figo.
Vinicius Junior really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Cleared without hesitation. Back into the middle. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. Gilberto Silva. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Aimed beyond the defence, and he was quick to react. Gilberto Silva. Rummenigge. Bellingham. And there's the end of the first half. Well, a very decent watch up to now, but just the one goal so far. It has been competitive and combative throughout. So your views on the first half?
A lead that's fully justified for me. They've shown some excellent counter-attacking now, and it's paying dividends.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Rummenigge. And he's there to get it away. Son Heung-min! He has done it! Two to the good! They have breathing space! Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
So that's two now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Rummenigge.
The attendance for this match
Goal
was
kick.
71,649.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And it's Son Heung-min. Some really good ball movement. Conte. Musiala. There's the hit! Oh, it's come loose. Czech trying to keep... Oh, what has happened here? Here it comes. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Rummenigge has found the net here, of course. That's a sharp pass. Bellingham. Son Heung-min. Into the last quarter of an hour. And that has put paid to that. Bellingham. And no, he's seen through all of that. And that is as far as they're going to go. Stood up well to him there. And that could set him on his way. Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Madrid have their third corner. He gets big! It's in! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
After 83 minutes is...
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they've given themselves a chance here, but now it's a case of getting the balance right between attack and defence, and that's not easy.
The Fry kept his eye on it, and he's there. Very much into the last knockings. Rummenigge.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Look at the space. He's got the shot away! And it's in! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. Deftly away. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality. Absolutely. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello,
Without a
everybody,
doubt,
and
it is the
welcome
week's
to
most
today's
eagerly
match.
awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. And as you can see, we've already started here. And Batistuta! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So, a breakthrough already. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. De Vrij spots it and intercepts. He's looking to set free a runner. Brilliantly cut out. Son Heung-min! He's got a goal! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Paraguay are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
Well, we expected better, and so did he.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
And here's Forlan. Pressure coming in from all directions. Gilberto Silva did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He is through here. Can he finish? And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. Header! That's a half-decent try.
Rummenigge certainly could have and should have made more of that.
Some resolute defending there. He's through here. That is lovely. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Figo.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Owen. And he was alert to it. Guardiola. Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now? And he's in on goal. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Corner. And it's going to be another corner. It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Forwards and with intent.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Rummenigge. Son Heung-min. And it's Owen. Chance to shoot now. Great hit! And it's in! And right on half-time, that is telling. Well, it would have been harder to miss. And there is the half-time whistle. So on the whole, a very competitive game so far. Goals for both sides, neither in true command. Anything could still happen in this game.
And just a quick
No,
reminder
well,
today
the
to please
pickings
drink
certainly
responsibly.
have been rich in
Anyone
this
appearing
first half.
intoxicated or
Well, it
behaving in an
remains
inappropriate
very
manner will be
delicately
removed.
poised, and
Thank you
based
very
on
much for your
the promise
cooperation.
we've seen through the first 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if this takes another twist or two. It certainly would be in keeping.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. That is a brilliant interception.
Batistuta, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
And De Bruyne! He has produced there the crispest of hits.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Paraguay are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because...
He
The attendance
rises!
for this match was
Harmlessly behind.
71,550.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
Son Heung-min. Rummenigge. Looking for the run. Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue, and they'll get clinical.
And the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Son Heung-min is offering a wry smile there.
Corner number 3 coming up. Costa Curta. That's a little off target. And now a sudden chance to counter. Plays a delicate ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Caught offside that time. That has not gone well. Gilberto Silva. Rummenigge. Oh, it's inches away from being a really good ball. And here's Owen. That's really well manoeuvred.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And the pass is intercepted. Rummenigge. Little pass back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Guardiola with the clearance. And they've got a throw.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Owen. And he's managed to get rid. And the referee brings it to a close. One of those games that many would have felt no one deserved to lose, but sentiment counts for nothing here, and at the margins, it was decided. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area, but the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's had a hit! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Kawasaki Frontale are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Zico, and he cuts out the supply. Lizarazu. So just the one early goal to report. He's having a go! And now they can clear their lines. Succumbs to the pressure. Vinicius Junior.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Messi. Shifted upfield. Vinicius Junior. looking for a corner. Kawasaki Frontale with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Yamal! Oh, he's been this time, surely! It's in! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. Oh, he's been caught napping! And the shots! It's anyone's ball now. Now it's Messi. Zico. Raul. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
And great chance! Oh, taken with style! And the comeback is complete! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Kawasaki Frontale get themselves into the lead.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Zico. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And it's Zico. Messi. Oh, that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Zico.
Has been indicated.
He's in plenty of space here. Can he finish? He has done it! And again, they simply do not know what has hit them. There was no getting to that, no getting to it. And the referee brings the first half to a close.
Hello everybody, and please join me in wishing a happy wedding anniversary for one of our fan club members.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
Looking for the runner. Oh, that's a fine interception. Rummenigge. Son Heung-min providing an outlet on that flank. Scholes. Cafu. Scholes, who does have an assist to his name.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's Son Heung-min! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip. Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
And he's in on goal. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Shapes to shoot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Zico clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Rummenigge. That's good play. Now then, the ball's come loose. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Araujo promptly onto that, and that is that. And here's Son Heung-min. Oh, what a ball! Scholes. Son Heung-min, and the shot! And he's straight offside. Played out to the right. Cafu. Yamal in acres of space out wide. That's a decent clearance. And here's the chance to counter. But it's Owen. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Raul. Rummenigge. And he's heaved it away. He's played him through. He's picked his way through. And he's had a hit. He's got away with one there. And here's Zico. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that is a little undercooked. And that's it. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And expectations are rising and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. Could be danger here. Haaland! He's scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes. Paris Saint-Germain clearly executed that with considerable confidence. It only took seconds to score once the ball was recovered.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Raul. Messi. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. Played back in. And it's Messi. Rummenigge.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Oh, that's a key interception. No, that's been intercepted.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage.
And Messi! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Messi really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. Haaland. Oh, it's come loose. Gilberto Silva. And the pass is intercepted. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Works it forward. Now that's well seen too. Raul. Owen. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min! And again! Really well taken goal. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, that's something that'll make the manager proud, because they dug in deep then and they've got their leveller.
He won't get many simpler than that, but he's Haaland! Now, he's been caught on it here. Son Heung-min. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
To Roberto. He'll try from distance. Hernandez. Bellingham. He's gone for goal. And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
Really was just waiting to pounce on any slip-up, and he was gifted a chance.
Messi stood up well to him there. Mbappe. He's got away.
Oh, great feat, that.
Couldn't quite squeeze that one through.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision, because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Now it's Haaland. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So half-time, and it is all square. Neither able to pull away from the other, but that is not due to any shortage of effort on either side. It's a goodish game, this, and at half-time, it's one each.
With the father of a boy,
the midway point of the game.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
It's been a really interesting game up to now, and the sides are predictably very well matched. Hoping perhaps for a little bit more from both parties in the second half, but as it stands, it's one each. And we're already back up and running after half-time. And that could set him on his way. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Moved on forwards. And it's Messi. Owen. Shade too heavy. Keeper can pick that up. Can he spark a counter here? And that is as far as they're going to go. Well timed, excellent interception. De Roberto. Bellingham. Gently done. And that was very necessary.
The attendance for this match
smartly
was
reclaimed.
71,649.
He won't be happy with that one. Bellingham. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Oh, what a pass! Paris Saint-Germain trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. He's got the shot away! No mistake! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
After 74
The
minutes.
movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And he's done it again! He's got his second! Got a shot away! He should have put that one away.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won.
It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but there's the hit! Sticks it away! And that should do it! Within sight of the finish line. And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
The goal scorer after 82 minutes is number 14, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi. Lionel
Well, there's no doubt that this is a game which holds a special place in the minds of the footballing folk in this part of the world. Expectations rising, evidently the crowd hoping to be treated to a special contest. It is the perfect backdrop for the players to walk out to. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena, absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. The action has already started. Cristiano Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Bayer Leverkusen with the corner, there first. Up he goes! That has been deflected. Araujo clears. And now a sudden chance to counter. Bale. Oh, the ball's gone astray. Now it's Messi. Lovely ball. Tries a shot! Superb goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more. Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Vieira. Jordi Alba. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's an excellent interception.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Owen. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. By Leverkusen, look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Messi. And Messi! Messi plays it short. Oh, they could be caught out here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Jordi Alba. To Messi. Jordi Alba. Messi. And it's Messi. And there's green grass ahead of him. Rummenigge. Referee's had a good look and given a corner. It's their second corner of the game. And that should get the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Neymar. He's looking to set Cristiano Ronaldo! 5 minutes till the break. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Messi puts his foot on the gas. And Messi! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Bale. Messi. So what can they make of this? Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now who's going to be first to this? Referee's had a look and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0. How would you review the first half?
At least, Peter, not conceding another goal has kept them in this game, and they can up their response in this second half.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And the action is back underway. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. David Villa. Raul. He's had it taken off him. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
He's only too happy to take that back. Cannavaro. Neymar. Raul. He's got away. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Bale. David Villa. Still just a single goal between the sides. Messi! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Look, they don't come much better in terms of ball striking. It deserved a better result than that.
And it's Neymar. Messi. Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Raul. Now it's Owen. Oh, that's fabulous. Tura. Can he put it away? And reclaimed it. And again! Your impression so far, Jim?
Peter, they're leaving nobody guessing now. This is a decisive attempt to go further in front.
Oh, super ball! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly. Bayer Leverkusen really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And here's Messi. He's picked it, and Messi! Oh, that could cost them.
Oh, that could prove a pivotal moment in this match. They needed that goal badly, you know.
The ball has bounced loose now. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away.
Substitution.
Vieira. Oh, here's a chance! Should have equalised.
Well, the lead may be fragile, but the keeper was focused and strong.
Corner number 2 then. Tries a header! He can get that clear.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Messi! And collective relief etched on the faces of the defenders.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Messi. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Rummenigge picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Today that memorabilia from today's match
Your final
is
thoughts,
now
Jim?
on sale
Well,
in
that
the
was a
stadium
hard-fought
hall.
win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was first class.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello, everybody,
Without a
and
doubt, it is the
welcome to
week's
today's
most
match.
eagerly awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Stojkovic. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, I've always liked the look of this guy, Son, who's been on the European scene since his teens.
Messi! Owen. And Owen! And he can clear it away. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Messi hits one! Same again, same outcome.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
And we have our very first corner. Messi plays it short. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's intervened well there. Hernandez. Back into the middle. Pinches it off him. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Owen. Well read, and the danger is averted. Fiddles it through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Ah, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And it's Messi. Showing good feet. Messi has been caught there, it's a foul. Messi taking charge of the dead ball. And a real chance to break the deadlock. Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Aimed beyond the defence. That's an excellent interception. That's the throw.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Raul. Raul was
There will
alert
be
to the
1 minute at a
possibilities,
time.
but in the end it's fruitless. That's very neat. And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, perhaps not full of thrills and spills, but a game which has been of a very high level, certainly defensively, as both teams walk off unscathed. A tight affair, 0-0 at the break.
Our charity fund, Chance
What
in
do you think
Football.
we're up to after 45 minutes?
I think it's been a very impressive defensive effort. They've never been broken down and contained the opposition attack extremely well.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. That's the start of another 45 minutes. Both sides defensively robust up to now. Rummenigge! And he's done it!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class. Perhaps deserves a little bit of sympathy here, because that's a goalkeeper's nightmare. It's clear that the keeper was unsighted by his defence, and by the time he picked up the flight of that, it was too late.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, listen, a few words of advice and encouragement from the manager during the break can often straighten things out, and it's paid off here.
And Messi! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
The attendance
Santos look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's...
Oh, he's been caught napping! Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Well, it was deliberate.
Oh, it rattles the bar! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. The referee's awarded a free kick. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. So a chance here, what can they make of it? And distance is no problem here. The angle's tight for a shot. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, nicely intercepted. Beckham. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Belletti. Stojkovic. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Gilberto Silva. Santos appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Up he goes! Nicely aimed pass.
Santos showing a good level of intensity at this stage. They're calling on all their resources now.
And he welcomes it in. Rummenigge showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
No, that's been intercepted. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Son Heung-min. Rummenigge. There's the shot! Oh, yes! It's there! And that has raised the roof! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Rummenigge demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
Substitution on the field. Number 2, Van Dijk.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Number 14.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out.
Number 16, Rodri.
Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes.
Number 15, Rice. Number 18,
Well, that's well seen too.
Grigori. Substitution.
And here's Suarez.
There will be 5 minutes.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. So a dramatic game decided in its very last moments.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away.
Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us. As you can see, we are all set. The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And expectations are rising, and decibel levels are rising. The noise is quite something. You can feel what football means to the people in this part of the world. The action has already started. Perez. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical.
Messi! Araujo clears it away. Yamal. Araujo tries to clear. And we have our very first corner. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And now they can spring out of defence. Now it's Owen. Diaz. That is great defending, so alert. And it's Messi. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Son Heung-min. Son Heung-min. Oh, he's found him in space. Diaz! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
And now a sudden chance to counter. Mbappe. Bit of a communication breakdown there, it seems. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
30 minutes gone. Yamal. Otto. No way through. Son Heung-min. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And here's Diaz. And it's Messi. He's tried one! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Well, there's the clearance. And claimed it back swiftly. Messi, a player who needs no introduction. Busquets, that's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Fiddles it through. Figo. And the shot! And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains
to the screen
goals.
for information provided by
And
the
we
local
are
police.
up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
Interesting half, just missing goals, so don't be surprised if the second half brings a change to the scoreline at the break, 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Diaz stood up well to him there.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space...
And a header! It's a goal!
Well, there's always a chance of being caught like that when you surrender the football.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
The Fry can get it clear.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
It's Perez!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
It's their second corner of the game. He rises! Otto turns and goes back, and here's Perez. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Messi! It's a loose ball. He's in a great position.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Has a goal! Really well taken goal. There seemed no way back, but they are level. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical. And the finish! Well, the ball's come loose here, and he's there to get it away. Oh, Well, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Five minutes left on the clock. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
2 added minutes has been
And it's
indicated.
Messi. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Whistle's gone and they've got themselves a free kick. The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick. Messi! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Messi did give it a fair old crack, and he'll be encouraged to step up again.
And that's that. A good watch, more than a good watch actually, certainly from a sporting perspective. It lacks winner of course, but the crowd largely satisfied. Owen picking up the Man of the Match award. Well, hello and welcome one and all. It's a pleasure to have you with us.
Hello,
as you can
everybody,
see, we
and
are all
welcome to
set.
today's match.
The game should be a truly entertaining one, whichever side of it you find yourself on. We have a grand mass of noise and colour, and the juices are flowing. And the matchday noise at this place is truly special. The pride, the passion, it adds to a massive sense of occasion. We have already started here. The fry gets rid without sophistication. Oh, good take and a good... And the shot! There it is!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that's a... And it's Son Heung. He's tried one! It's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Camavinga cuts it out. Bale. The strike, deals with that comfortably. Camavinga. He's having a go! He has hit that forcefully.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Now that's well seen too. Raul. Rummenigge. And that is a little undercooked. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Mbappe tries a shot! He's scored! Into the lead once more.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
After 30 minutes.
And now he has two. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Raul. And he's had it nicked away. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Good spot. He's seen the run. Rummenigge! No mistake! They're level in a trice.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He weighed up the landscape, Peter, and he stuck it bang in the corner.
This is quite a battle.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
Beckenbauer gets over and intercepts. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. And that's it's Bale! Goal!
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Owen, Rummenigge, Owen, and he's on his way. Hits one! Really well taken goal. And once more we are all square. You score! And it's half-time here. Well, it has been a pretty crazy game so far. A game played out in extraordinary fashion, and the scoreline underlines that. And neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half, this. Madrid get the second half going. Short changes him with that pass. And he's had a hit! A real chance and a real let-off.
Unsurprisingly, he's been quick to apologise. If you lean backwards, the results are normally high and wide.
And the pass is intercepted. Camavinga.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out. That's just playing it safe and simple.
Passing nice and neat. And now they can spring out of defence. Rummenigge, decent hit! And yes, it's there! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's and the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Foot in, it's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
The attendance for this match
Bale.
was 71,898.
Ooh, a delicate chip through. That has been cut short.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Musiala has it out wide and in space.
Bale really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then
He's had a shot! Corner number 2 then. Hernandez gets good distance on it. And now a sudden chance to counter. That pass has been well intercepted.
that's positional gold, the utilisation of space. There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Can he finish? He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
Substitutions taking place.
Games hinge on moments like this. And Chet pulls off a sensational save.
Substitution on the field. Number 5, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Number 4, Ronald Araujo. Number 9, Owen. Number 18, Son Heung-min. Coming on the field, number 19,
Stood up well to him there.
Number 8,
David Villa was
Maldini.
only too happy to help
Number
out in
23,
defence.
Well,
He's had a hit! It's there! And just like that, he's into double figures now.
well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
6 added
Well, that's a
minutes have
really
been
bitter
indicated.
blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Giroud. And here's Raul.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind.
Goes for the header! And more and more and more. And the lead is 3. It is surely done. Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Well, he had a choice to make. He could have gone with his foot, but he got it absolutely right with that diving header. Brilliant.
Olivier Giroud. Olivier Giroud.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here.
That looks a cracking ball. And he's cut it out. He has done it!
That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
And that's that. So the winner's bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. What a turnaround. Victory from the jaws of defeat. Enjoy that, Jim.
Well, what we've seen is a team that refuses to accept the game might have just got away.
Well, it is a game which in the grand scheme of things may not have too much riding on it, but it is equally clear and very visible that there is much pride around it. Chants are filling our ears, proud renditions of hymns and songs. It is the perfect soundtrack. And we have in front of us this gloriously imposing arena. Absolutely perfect for a game of this nature. And already we're underway here. Now it's Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's had it taken off him. Raul. Driving forward. Owen. And he's managed to get... There's the hit! Superb goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. That looks like a preconceived plan. Win the ball and then unleash.
So the game's first significant... Rummenigge gets real chance! And yes, it's there! 2-0 and in next to no time.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
That has been cut short. The less said about that pass, the better. He's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Owen. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's been... shapes to shoot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
He's through, now is he in? Mbappe! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Mbappe is offering a wry smile there.
Palmer. Oh, this is... there's the shot! Well, who's got the final touch there? Goal kick's been given. Foden. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Barcelona clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And that has left him in a heap. That's a nicely measured pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. Pressure coming in from all directions. Costa Curta. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Can he latch on to this? And this is... he's had a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
Owen actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Stefan de Vrij. Well, there's the whistle for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, they had their opponents reeling in that half, Peter, and the break may influence a change somehow, but don't hold me to it.
It has been a remarkable contest, decorated by goals, and 2 between them at half-time. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Time and again they are repelled. Raul, well timed, excellent interception. Chouameni.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Now it's Sané. Gilberto Silva did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And he welcomes it in. And Messi! They are rampant! And the lead is 3! It is surely done! Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
A case now of complete control.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Could move up a gear here. And that interception was most necessary. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Gilberto Silva. Palmer. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Oh, that just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
No, he refuses to take the bait. He's found a way through. Rummenigge. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pass somewhat off target.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Palmer.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Oh, look at the space. He's had a hit! In for the pieces! He's scored! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Chance! Oh, denied at the last.
Well, we were anticipating this. They're very much set up for the counter-attack, and I don't see it changing anytime soon.
He's looking to set free a runner. And he'll shoot here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that will be the final act. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win. They will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Rummenigge taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do.
Well, they say football's only a game, but you should try telling this lot.
Hello,
Without a doubt, it is the
everybody,
week's
and welcome
most
to today's
eagerly
match.
awaited contest. A sporting event which has magnificent scenery as its backdrop. It is tribal, and it has aroused the most primal of instincts in so many of us. And we are glad to have you alongside us for it. And nobody in this atmosphere can hide from the truth about how much this game matters. The scene overflows with colour and passion. We have already started here. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Gilberto Silva cuts it out. And it's Baggio. Well, that looks a good ball through. Shot could be on. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Jan Oblak. He's not someone you often see pulling off spectacular saves, but that's about the highest compliment you can give a goalkeeper because it speaks to his positioning and his organisational abilities. He's just about the best there is when it comes to claiming crosses and high balls into the box too, and is just the kind of presence that spreads a composure and a confidence to his defence and throughout the team.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. And no, that was never going to make it. Pull it. Cruyff. Rear big chance! Republic of Korea! Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
South Korea have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
And it's Cruyff. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, good ball. Well, there's a probing ball.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Rummenigge. Now it's Owen. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Cruyff. Well, that's beautifully weighted. And he's straight offside. And here's Raul. Messi. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Oh, well played, well sorted out.
Okay, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Oh, what a ball! Tries a shot! And it's in! And they're at it again in double quick time!
Bullet very cleverly provided a return ball there, and it made all the difference in the creation of that goal. I don't want to take anything away from the finish, but the pass was really key.
South Korea are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Rodri. And we hit half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, it's looking pretty straightforward, Peter. They've got themselves into a very good position, so why dither from here when they can repeat their first half success with another show of strength?
To announce today's lottery numbers. Please watch the screen if you have a ticket.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, this half might require them to produce a plan A, B and C. Levelling the score is easier said than done, but that will be the target. Get back on terms and then use that momentum to go again.
He's got the shot away! Surely now they are well and truly out of sight. And they are cruising away. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing. Having the...
Has a goal! Really well taken goal. It is no contest. It is a landslide.
Well, we've seen the hunger to win it back and the focus to make it count. A very tasty combination.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly.
Tries a header! Well, he's kept it out. That's a great save.
Okay, it's come to nothing, but it's a warning of further threat on the break. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Up he
The
goes!
attendance for this match was
And that has flown over.
71,550.
So we've reached the hour mark. And it's Baggio. He's through here. Costa Curta. Gilberto Silva. Son Heung-min. Hullet. South Korea have it back and can go again. Hernandez. Quality ball. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Raul. Owen. He's beaten the last man. Referee has just said play on. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Roberto Baggio. And that is expertly dealt with. Lob shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
South Korea are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from... Oh, shooting chance! Goal! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated. To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Defending was strong and firm. And it's Cruyff.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
Quite squeezed that one through. Gilberto Silva. Owen. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. Hullet. And it's Cruyff. Cafu. Cruyff.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's it.